And we start with that breaking news. U.S. warplanes bombing militant targets in Iraq. Dramatic new video showing those massive explosions aimed at trying to stop the violent group ISIS from advancing on a city where there are roughly 150 Americans. And ABC's John Carl has the very latest on the mission from the White House, where the president's getting ready to leave for summer vacation. And good morning, John.
Good morning, Paul, and welcome to Weekend GMA. It's great to see you there. The president leaves later this morning for a family vacation on Martha's Vineyard, but this will not be your typical family vacation. He is leaving with senior members of his national security team, including National Security Advisor Susan Rice, and will be closely monitoring U.S. military operations over Iraq. Breaking overnight, the Pentagon released new video of the latest airstrike in Iraq. Bombs can be seen as they drop from the sky, exploding on a target in northern Iraq. American forces have carried out several bombing missions with F-18 fighter jets and drones, hitting terrorist armaments and a convoy moving towards the critical Iraqi city of Erbil, where some 150 American diplomats and military advisors are posted. Along with the bombs, a humanitarian mission is underway. Military dropping food and water for thousands of members of a religious minority, trapped by ISIS on a mountain and threatened with death.
We're in some sense committed to their protection by having gone there and provided humanitarian aid.
One key concern, this dam in the city of Mosul, located some 200 miles northwest of Baghdad. The State Department confirms it is now under the control of the terrorist group known as ISIS. Not only does it supply electricity for much of Iraq, if ISIS were to open the floodgates, the water could flood all the way down to Baghdad, including the U.S. Embassy.
And controlling dams in rivers and roadways, these are all ingredients to a sustained presence for ISIS.
As President Obama leaves Washington to begin his vacation, he is promising this operation will not be the start of a larger mission, ruling out any ground troops.
As Commander-in-Chief, I will not allow the United States to be dragged into fighting another war in Iraq.
In an interview with the New York Times, President Obama reiterated that this will be a limited mission, telling the Times that it will be up to the Iraqis to defeat ISIS. The cavalry is not coming to the rescue, he said. The United States has no interest in being the Iraqi Air Force. Paula?
I'll pick it up from here, John. Thank you. Let's bring in ABC News military consultant Colonel Steve Ganyard, who's in Washington this morning. Steve, good morning. From a military perspective, what exactly are we trying to achieve here, and is it likely to work?
Good morning, Dan. I think it will work. That's the short answer here. What we're trying to do is prevent Erbil from falling, from Kurdistan from falling, prevent Baghdad from falling. And so going in with some very limited air power, stopping the advance, being able to hit artillery pieces, convoys, things like that will stop the ISIS advance. I think American air power can be very effective here to at least stabilize the situation.
And how long is this operation likely to last?
Well, it's up to the president. You know, I think it'll be just a couple days before we can stop ISIS, and they'll know that they no longer can command the roads and move as freely. So I think it's going to be up to the president. Does the president authorize just this static position, or does he authorize strikes that would allow the Iraqi military to begin to push back towards Mosul and to begin to retake those areas that IS is controlling now?
So many questions as this story continues to develop. Colonel Steve Ganyard, thank you.